Alright, hello guys, welcome. This is game number 2 of the TQ Open number 3. We right now have DanTe, who is a random player spawning as Terran in the top of Scrap Station, against Theognis, who is the normal, all-around Terran, spawning on the right of Scrap Station. Now, this was a loser's pick map, and DanTe did lose the first game, so this was his pick, and I'm not alone with this cast. Say hello.
Hey guys, I'm Inhale, I'm co-casting, and just a little more about that first game. I really liked it, constant pressure, good defense, but in that it was just too much off of a 2-base Terran.
Yes, very, very powerful build from Theo with some really, essentially perfect early pressure, because DanTe handled it very, very well, but he still ended up losing from it. But really, something to note is that DanTe is the leader of Team TQ, he's a random player, and he's incredibly skilled. So he's played all these matchups, every single matchup possible, and he's very good at it. You can see the way he was controlling everything. It didn't seem like a random player playing, it seemed like a real Protoss.
Yeah.
Yes, I'm just thoroughly impressed by him, and I'm very glad to be affiliated with his skill level.
Yeah, he is really good. I have tried other races just to see which one I like most, and it's just not even close. If you're a Protoss player, the other races you just cannot macro or micro units. It's completely different. He just has perfect control.
Yeah, one of these days I'll be as good as his worst race.
Hopefully.
Yeah. Oh well. For now, I'll just deal with casting and organizing, which I'm perfectly happy with. I get to meet a lot of really cool players this way.
Right.
Yeah.
And then if you do decide to get into gaming more than casting, you have all of them as friends. Yep. So they can definitely help you out.
Yeah, and I have connections with teams now, because I can talk to a bunch of teams that we've had contact with in clan wars and the like. But yeah, it's a very cool thing. And you actually have a team yourself. I
do indeed. I'm not the leader though, but I've been with the team since Brood War, probably around 3, 4, 5 years ago. I think 4 or 5 actually. AOV, really good team. If you see any of them, say hi. They're all nice guys.
Alright. Actually, DanTe just escaped with his SUV at 3 health from 2 Marines that were at the choke for Theo.
And that's just the best feeling if you do. The SUV gets it.
Oh, so now actually, I love when workers get kills. It just tickles my funny bone.
And that's just a slap in the face. That's the worst feeling if a worker kills your worker. I just hate that.
Yes, that's actually one of the greatest things about being a Protoss player is you have the probe that can harass a Terran.
Right.
I remember really angering one guy when I actually ended up getting 2 kills on my probe.
And that takes skill in itself.
It kind of does, but the problem is I forgot my cybernetics core when I was doing all that.
Oh, man.
So granted, I had a 2-kill probe, but I had delayed tech.
Was it worth it?
It was worth it, because I get to tell this story and just leave out the fact that I forgot my cybernetics core.
With a huge grin on your face.
Oh, I was so happy. I was so focused on that probe. It was amazing.
So we have Theo going for a starport rather quickly.
He might be
not Theo, I'm sorry, DanTe.
Well, Theo's got a starport really close to finishing as well. And actually, Theo's is faster, and I think Theo's going to go for a Banshee rush, because if you look at it, he's going to float off this. Yeah, there it is. He floats off the starport and plants it onto the tech lab. We're going to have a Banshee pop out in a moment, and Cloak, he got Cloak first. So he's probably going to push once he gets 2 cloaked Banshees into DanTe's mineral line. And judging by DanTe's build, DanTe might be going for either Vikings or... He's probably going to go for a Vikings and go for a generic tank... Oh, Medivacs.
Medivacs.
So
he might be thinking drop because he did get quite a few Marines and 2 Hellions.
Yeah, so I'm blatantly wrong. But that's okay, because you were right. Yeah, and look at DanTe's positioning. He's just waiting for either a drop or Banshees or something to come into his base.
And Theo's doing the same thing, so really high-level stuff.
Oh yeah, they're positioning already, and they know exactly what's going on. Theo's spreading supply depots to try and spot the drop. He's hiding...
He was able to sneak in.
Oh,
SCV.
But he saw the Banshee. That's so key. Theo might want to push in now with that Banshee while it's a little bit of a surprise.
Right, but Cloak is not done yet, and I'm not sure if DanTe knows that Cloak is on its way, because I have seen players just get a Banshee without Cloak.
Yeah, just try and force the other player to spend money on turrets and all that.
Right.
But this is going to allow DanTe time to prepare. Like, he's even saving up his scans.
DanTe's actually moving in with 2 drops.
Yep.
Or 2 medevacs for a drop.
Yeah, and but yeah, he's not dropping into the main base. He's dropping below here, and now this Banshee's going to come in. But DanTe saved up scans, so he's going to scan and take out the Banshee. And that's.
I think he could have actually dropped on the top and kind of elevated up, but it's the same now, so it doesn't really matter.
But there's a scan taking out the other Banshee, and this actually might be it for Theo, because he spent so much money going for those Banshees and everything, and now DanTe's going to be able to do damage and just retreat with a lot intact. But he's dropping again. Look at that. That's actually kind of.
He does lose 1 medevac though.
But it was going to get taken out anyway with those Marines. Although wait, no, never mind. Stim has not been researched at all, so they actually might be able to escape with that. I'm wrong. But let's look
his medevacs were pretty far up top, so he might have been able to sneak out, but he tried to do some damage while expanding. And it's working, it's keeping Theo busy, so he can't really counterattack right now.
Yep, and DanTe has actually done a few cool things. He's expanding as well as Theo. Theo's also expanding, but DanTe has...
Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, DanTe's actually left a Marine here in the line of sight blockers outside Theo's main. So he'll be able to just push in with that Marine and try and get a little bit of scouting about what's going on. Yeah, and it does also seem that Theo is actually really far ahead. Look at the food count. He's 20 food ahead somehow.
He does not have a scan right now. I don't think he has enough energy. And that Banshee has 8 kills.
Oh, that's explaining the food differential that I just completely missed.
Yes. And Theo does do a smart thing. He uncloaks and moves out before he runs out of cloak, and then loses the Banshee to that Viking.
Yeah, and DanTe's even getting a Raven right now and an Engineering Bay. So he's going to have 2 ways to actually be able to detect... and the drop from Theo in the main base. He's actually attacking SUVs. He was attacking the supply depot before, but this Viking's going to take out this medevac, but not before these Marines. And Banshee are going to kill a lot of SCVs. But yeah, this Banshee's doing so much damage. The Raven is out, so the Banshee gets taken care of. But honestly,
he did kind of waste that scan though. As soon as Theo cloaked his Banshee, DanTe scanned, and then he just uncloaked it right away.
Yeah,
so it wasn't a waste.
Yeah, and DanTe's only got 22 food compared to the 55 food of Theo. But yeah, this is the really tricky thing about being a random player, is the fact that you have to deal in a mirror matchup with someone who plays that matchup 66% more of the time than you do.
And you do have to know all of any possibility. If you want to be a good random player, you have to know that. So it's extremely difficult.
Yeah. I mean, DanTe's not by any means playing bad. It's just that Theo's been able just to eke out a little bit more in every step.
Right.
Okay.
And DanTe's down to 12 workers, while Theo has 38.
Yeah.
Unless he pulls off something amazing, this could be GG.
Yeah, agreed. And DanTe doesn't seem like he has a lot else coming. He just has a small army. He doesn't even have a medevac out. He's getting 1 medevac because that's all he can.
He's not even mining gas at this point.
He has enough gas. He doesn't have enough minerals. He has nothing he can really do. He's got a point defense drone down, but none of these guys can actually get stopped with the point defense drone, and there's GG.